Welcome to Love Bite.
8 years ago, I met my now recent ex. Back then, she was in and out of mental hospitals, dealing with toxic family drama, childhood trauma, etc. We were good friends, and it turned into an exclusive FWB thing. Eventually, she told me she loved me but then made out with another guy at a party 3 days later. At this point, we weren't in a relationship, but it broke me. I forgave her, and our relationship progressed. However, she would continue to stay friends with the guy she made out with for months. Eventually, she cut that off, and a few months later we found out she was pregnant. I wanted to get married, but she said we weren't ready for that. Over the years, I'd periodically ask, but she would also give the same answer. Later down the line, I got full custody of her oldest son. He came to live with us and stayed in my son's room. This caused stress and a major shift in our family dynamic, and it's its own entire story. Came to a point where I literally did everything. If I didn't do something, it wouldn't be done. I would take care of both boys full-time, take care of all the housework, take care of all her responsibilities, pay all the bills, and even work 3 jobs at one point. I would get frustrated and overwhelmed, but I was still happy. There were times where I was the only emotional support she had. Her family would, and still do, tell her horrible things like she was fat or that it was her fault she got raped. I stuck by her side through everything. Even with everything going on, I would push her to go to school and do her homework, go to therapy, take her medication, and do some of the responsibilities. Getting her to do anything was always like pulling teeth. Around this time, she randomly became a stripper, which emotionally broke me. She stopped a few months later, but it took a long time for me to get over it and recover. The mental and emotional toll all of this took on me is indescribable and went on for 4 years. I became emotionally withdrawn and wasn't able to connect with her as well, nor was I able to take care of her emotional needs because of everything I had to deal with, take care of, and go through. Many times, I would tell her how I was overwhelmed with everything but would always get stonewalled. She would also tell me that she was feeling lonely because we weren't spending as much time together. 2 months ago, I finally suggested that we split into different households because of major, unsolvable issues between the kids. At first, she didn't want to, stating that she loved me. However, she soon agreed and we could stay together. Only a few weeks later, she wanted a break, which confused me because we are still living together. However, I agreed, figuring that we would get back together in a few weeks. A week ago, I took her phone and jokingly pretended to read through her text messages. I honestly didn't suspect anything, and I was laughing. She was laughing. But then she said that if I read through the text messages, I was going to get my feelings hurt. It turned out that she had been sexting another guy. There have been no arguments between us over this, and we have honestly gotten along better than we have in a long time. Today, she told me that he was there for her to fill the void when I wasn't. However, I wasn't able to back then because of how much emotional and mental weight I was carrying. It's been about a year of emotional distance between us, but I didn't think she was growing apart from me or talking to someone else. Her and this other guy have been friends for a while, but she said things have been getting more serious recently. I've been trying to fix things by being more transparent with my emotions, spending more time with her, etc., and she now seems to be confused about what she wants. She stated that he was there for her when I wasn't able to care for her emotional needs. I wasn't able to provide for her emotional needs for the past year or so because of the darkness surrounding my own emotions and mental state. Despite everything she has put me through, I don't want this relationship to end, and I am devastated that she is already talking to someone else. A part of me knows this is for the best, but the other part still wants to be with her. Most of all, I feel stabbed in the back after all the effort I put into this relationship and the family as a whole. She is pretty much the only friend I have, so it makes it all the more painful. She is also my first relationship and the one I lost my virginity to. I've never hit her or cheated on her. I wasn't perfect, but I damn sure tried to be. Finally, the emotional and mental burden is being lifted, and I was happy we could finally enjoy our relationship and work on things. However, the light at the end of the tunnel has now turned into more darkness and heartbreak. Now I don't know what to do.